at least this is someone that has been positive on Caitlyn at times. And I think the issue with Sue Bird, though, is she has her hand kind of in so many things. And
Sue Bird apologizes after Caitlin Clark quits Team USA over bench drama. Caitlin Clark, the absolute titan of women's basketball, is now in the middle of what might be the most avoidable train wreck in recent sports history. And honestly, it's wild because this all started with a jersey number. Yeah, you heard me right. Just a number. Number 22. The number she's worn since she was a kid learning to play basketball. The number that is now literally synonymous with her name, her brand, her whole career. And Team USA? They apparently decided, nope, not anymore. And now, suddenly, Caitlyn is reportedly drawing a line in the sand. She's saying, straight up, that if she's forced to change that number, she's out. Full stop. Period. And you can see why this is everyone talking, because this isn't some minor hiccup or petty dispute. This is like a 5-alarm crisis for USA basketball. Now, throw Sue Bird into the mix. Legendary, icon, multiple-time Olympic gold medalist, and currently managing director for Team USA. On paper, she's the perfect person to handle a situation like this. But here's the catch. Sue has her hands in so many things right now. Between her podcast, her league ownership duties, mentoring young players, and now the Team USA program itself, she's juggling a lot. And, well, let's just say that her scrambling behind the scenes is palpable. Because the truth, this could have been avoided. The number 22, totally available. No one else at the camp was wearing it. They could have just let Caitlyn wear her number, and this would have been nothing. But instead, for reasons that nobody outside the inner circle fully understands, this number suddenly becomes a battlefield. And now, the sport's biggest star is at a standoff with the organization itself. Fans are outraged. Social media is exploding. And Caitlyn's position? Crystal clear. She isn't backing down. She's standing firm. And honestly, you can see why this is turning into a story that could fundamentally change the landscape of women's basketball forever. All right, let's just lay it out straight. Team USA has, without a doubt, orchestrated one of the most spectacularly avoidable disasters in women's basketball history. And it's not even subtle. This isn't a scheduling error. It's not a minor conflict. No, this is a full-blown, self-inflicted crisis that has everyone watching in disbelief. So here's what happened. Caitlin Clark, the single most influential player in women's basketball today, the player whose name alone brings millions of new fans into the sport, has reportedly been told she can't wear number 22 at the upcoming training camp. The number she's worn since she was 5 years old. The number that's become as iconic in women's basketball as 23 is to Michael Jordan. And her response? Caitlyn is saying, quite simply, if you take that number from me, I'm not showing up. End of story. Now, here's where it gets really wild. Sue Bird, Team USA's managing director, is reportedly scrambling behind the scenes, trying to fix a mess she didn't create. And honestly, you can feel the panic radiating from her position. Because this isn't just about a jersey number. This is about respect, legacy, and influence. And Caitlyn holds all the cards. Every single one. Think about it. Number 22 wasn't even being claimed by anyone else at the camp. It was sitting there, completely available, waiting for its rightful owner. There was literally no logistical reason to force change. But someone in the chain of command decided to make this an issue, and now they are paying the price. It's almost impossible to overstate how poorly this reflects on Team USA. Fans, media, and the entire basketball world are watching closely. The outrage is immediate, intense, and completely justified. Because what Caitlin Clark is defending isn't just a number. It's her identity, her brand, and everything she's built in the sport over years of breaking records, redefining the game, and inspiring millions of fans. And here's the kicker. Team USA isn't just risking one star walking away. They're risking their credibility, their reputation, and the trust of fans and sponsors alike. This situation could fundamentally shift the balance of power in women's basketball. And right now, it's all unfolding in real time. Okay, let's take a step back for a second and really look at what's happening here, because this isn't just about a jersey. Not even close. This number controversy? It's a microcosm of something much, much bigger. A clash between an athlete's identity and an institution that seems to struggle with power dynamics, respect, and influence. Caitlin Clark isn't just a superstar. She's a phenomenon. She's shattered records, dominated college basketball, and single-handedly brought attention, ratings, and sponsors into the women's game at levels nobody has ever seen before. And what happens when someone like that clashes with a system that's used to calling the shots? Exactly this. A manufactured problem, a forced solution, and now a standoff that has the basketball world holding its breath. Here's the historical angle that really makes this fascinating. In sports, legendary numbers are sacred. You don't ask Wayne Gretzky to give up 99. You don't ask Michael Jordan to give up 23. And Caitlin Clark? She's reached that level of recognition in women's basketball. Her number 22 isn't just a number. It's a symbol, a statement, a legacy. And when an organization decides to strip that away, it sends a message. We're still in control, even if you've changed the game. The fans immediately saw it. The media exploded. Social platforms lit up with debate and outrage. And the truth is, this isn't even the first time Team USA has mishandled situations around Caitlin. Remember the Olympic snub? The one that left everyone scratching their heads because the biggest star in women's basketball was inexplicably left off the roster? Now combine that with this jersey debacle, and it starts to look less like isolated mistakes and more like a deliberate, calculated pattern. And that's why Caitlin's response is so powerful. She isn't acting out of ego or arrogance. She's asserting her worth in a system that has historically undervalued female athletes, even the ones who are literally changing the sport. When she says, no compromises, it's a message not just to Team USA, but to every athlete watching. You don't have to bend to outdated hierarchies. You don't have to accept disrespect, even from the biggest institutions in your field. The stakes couldn't be higher. This is a battle for respect, recognition, and the acknowledgement that athletes like Caitlin aren't just participants. They're revolutionaries shaping the future of their sport. Now, let's talk about Sue Bird, because you can't understand this controversy without understanding her role. Legendary point guard, multiple Olympic gold medalist, basketball icon, and now, the managing director of Team USA. She's supposed to be the steady hand, the leader who guides the next generation, the person who can smooth over conflicts and maintain harmony. But in this situation, she's trapped in the middle of a storm of her own making. Sue Bird reportedly went from frustration to full-on panic as this situation escalated. And it's not hard to see why. She didn't create Caitlin Clark's star power. That was built over years of incredible performance, record-breaking games, and a magnetic personality that has drawn millions of new fans to women's basketball. But she's the face of the organization that is now trying to control that power, and that puts her in an impossible position. Here's the brutal reality. In this standoff, Caitlin holds all the leverage. Every last bit of it. She doesn't need Team USA to validate her career. She has already done everything an athlete can do to cement her legacy, and then some. Her participation in the national program benefits the organization far more than it benefits her at this stage. And Sue Bird, she's the one tasked with making an impossible situation seem manageable to the public, all while keeping Team USA's reputation intact. The irony here is brutal. Sue's scrambling to fix what Team USA created, but the organization itself seems to have missed the fundamental point. This isn't about numbers, it's about identity. Caitlin's number 22 isn't just digits on a jersey. It's her brand, her signature, her story. And when Team USA forced her to consider abandoning it, they were essentially telling her, we make the rules here, not you. The stakes couldn't be higher. If Caitlin walks away, Team USA loses its biggest star, its cultural relevance, its millions of new fans, and the enormous media and sponsorship attention she brings. And all of this could have been avoided with one simple decision: letting her wear number 22. Instead, Sue Bird is stuck cleaning up a mess that should never have existed, trying to reassure fans, players, and sponsors while walking the tightrope of public perception. This is more than a management headache. It's a test of power, influence, and respect in the modern era of sports, where athletes like Caitlin are no longer willing to be undervalued or ignored. Here's where things get really interesting, because this controversy isn't just making headlines. It's sparking a conversation that goes far beyond a single number, a single player, or even a single organization. Caitlin Clark, standing her ground, is sending ripples across the entire landscape of women's sports. And honestly, the ripple is turning into a wave. Fans are furious. Social media is exploding with debates, hot takes, memes, and viral videos. People everywhere are weighing in, asking themselves the same question. How could Team USA let this happen? How could they force a superstar, the very player whose name alone drives attention, revenue, and relevance, to compromise something that is so integral to her identity? The outrage isn't just about a number. It's about respect, recognition, power, and fairness. Let's put this into context. For decades, female athletes have been undervalued, underpaid, and often overlooked, even when they bring massive attention and sponsorship to their sport. They've fought battles behind the scenes for basic recognition and equitable treatment. And Caitlin's situation? It's highlighting exactly that struggle. By standing firm, she's not just defending number 22, she's defending every athlete who has ever been told to bend to outdated hierarchies, to compromise their identity for the sake of an organization's convenience. And the media sees it. Analysts, commentators, and journalists are all pointing to the pattern here. The Olympic snub, followed by the forced number change. These aren't isolated incidents. They look like an organization unprepared for the shift in power dynamics that comes when an athlete's influence surpasses that of the institution itself. Caitlin isn't just a player. She's a cultural force, and she's challenging an organization that hasn't fully adapted to the modern era of sports. The stakes are massive. If Caitlin walks away, Team USA loses more than a player. They lose credibility, relevance, and the millions of fans she brought into the game. The ripple turns into a shockwave that will reverberate across professional sports, showing every athlete, not just in basketball, but in every league, that it's possible to assert your worth and demand respect. This controversy is about more than basketball. It's about empowerment, identity, and the evolving balance of power in professional sports. And right now, everyone is watching to see if Caitlin Clark will emerge victorious in this high-stakes showdown. Here's the thing that most people don't realize. This situation is as much about politics and power as it is about basketball. Team USA isn't just a team, it's an institution. It's a carefully managed machine designed to maintain dominance, control narratives, and showcase the very best of American basketball. But the moment a player like Caitlin Clark emerges, someone whose influence rivals the organization itself, the old rules start to break down. Sue Bird is caught smack in the middle of this. She's not the villain here. She's the mediator, the crisis manager, the one who has to juggle a mountain of expectations from fans, players, sponsors, and bureaucrats. And she's trying to do the impossible, convince everyone that the organization is competent while managing a standoff that they themselves created. Sources close to Team USA describe her reaction as swinging between sheer frustration and full-blown panic. Because at the end of the day, Caitlin has all the leverage. The irony is clear. Team USA assumes athletes need them more than they need the athletes. But here, Caitlin holds all the leverage. Every fan, every media mention, every sponsorship flows from her presence. Yet they try to strip away her identity by forcing her off number 22. This isn't just about a jersey. It's about power, respect, and influence. Caitlin isn't compromising, and her stance sends a message to every athlete. Your identity and legacy matter. History shows us legends like Jordan and Gretzky were never asked to compromise, and Caitlin has reached that same level in women's basketball. Fans are watching, social media is erupting, and every move now carries weight. Sue Bird and Team USA face a choice. Acknowledge her value or risk alienating their brightest star. Number 22 isn't just a number. It's a symbol of empowerment, influence, and a cultural shift in sports. So what would you do in Caitlin's shoes? Stand firm or compromise? The drama is real. The stakes are huge, and Caitlin Clark is at the center of it all, number 22 firmly in her corner.
Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more dives into Hollywood's hidden history.